Professor Lakshman Ratnayaka, Chairman, my lecturer, Dr. S.S. Jayavira, and Ms. Dr. Gayana Fernando, Professor Dayavansha. It's a privilege to be in front of all of you because I was like you 15 years ago. And when I was walking through the elevator and coming up, I just went down memory lane. I saw a few of you, maybe not you, but some others, maybe your seniors, talking to each other, making fun of each other, what we used to do about a decade ago, right? So before I get into a bit of the serious aspects, right, I'll just mention to you, as Dr. Jayavira said, this is not only about studying. This is about fun as well. We have assignments, group assignments. You get to get together and work to achieve a certain goal. So I'll mention one example, a bit of fun, a bit of scare or danger as well. I'll mention to you that I think no one knows about it. This is the first time I'm mentioning that. So during our first year, we had a presentation and we had 5 people in our group. So those days we used to stay in one of the friends' places, right? And we stay overnight, prepare the presentation, and we take all our attire for the next day, right? We get ready to go to office, go to work, and we leave from there, right? So in and around Colombo, we take our bags, we have our attire, all the things that we need for the next day, and we stay overnight. Once we prepared a presentation, about 50 slides, and forgot to save it, right? And we shut down the computer. And yes, we recreated all the slides because we have to present in few days. So wonderful, right? Wonderful experiences now, but those days our hearts were in the mouth, right? And once we traveled to Valimada by train, and there was one of our guys, he said, okay, I will purchase the tickets. You'll come to the station at this time. And when we went, we couldn't purchase the tickets. He has not done it. Yeah, so I don't know whether this is right to say or not. This is not a good thing, but I just want to share this experience with you. Don't try to do this, right? And we got in the night mail, and somehow we reached the destination, right? Fortunately, there was no one to check our tickets, right? If there was someone to check our tickets, we would have still be in jail, right? So that's why I said, don't try this, but these are the fun times we had, right? So you will have 3 wonderful years mingling with each other, right? Working together to achieve a goal, right? And transforming your lives, transforming your careers. At this stage, you would not have a clear picture of what you want to become in 10 or 15 years. It's not clear. So that's not something to be worried. Everything will come into place. It's about taking action, right? Why you all are here today? Because you all have taken action to transform your careers. You want to be at a better place in 10, 15, 20 years down the line, isn't it? Right? So it's about your perseverance. It's about community. It's about unity, right? Helping each other. And more importantly, the courage, the belief that you have in yourself, right? So now I'll get into the bit of the serious aspects. These are 3 statistics that I want to mention to you so that you will have an idea where you want to go, right? Number 1 is 85% of the jobs that will exist in 2030 are not yet known. You don't know what are the jobs that you will get into by 5 or 6 years' time. Number two is 70% of the global workforce by 2025 will be working remotely. You should be able to work from anywhere. It's not that you have to go abroad to pursue a better career. No. Yes, right? You have to explore opportunities where you can stay in the country or wherever you are and start working for global multinationals. These opportunities exist. So explore those opportunities, right? And number three is 800 million. What's the number? 800 million jobs will be replaced by artificial intelligence by 2030. So you have to, as Dr. Javira said, you have to keep in mind artificial intelligence. It has to repeat in your mind. Ask questions from yourself whether I'm ready for AI. If you do not know to use AI for a job that you're doing, you will definitely be replaced. So whatever job you do, learn how to use AI for that particular job. That is very important, right? And while you're studying, you get an opportunity to get into internships. So this is the best opportunity that you get. Remember that skills only do not matter, right? You need to be able to communicate, because at a certain level in your career, you should be a good communicator. You should be able to influence a set of people. You should be able to persuade people through what you say, right? So then only you will go that extra mile. Yes, technical skills you require to a certain level in your career, but to go beyond that, you need communication. So I was a television news anchor for 15 years, and that helped me a lot in improving my communication. Even in the presentations I did at uni, it helped a lot. So try getting into these extracurricular activities that you get. Get into volunteerism, right? And work with people. These are the skills that you need to build when you're going forward. It's not only the academics, right? So if it's an on-site opportunity, if you're working at a physical location, it's about experience, right? But if you're working remotely or it's a work from anywhere opportunity, it's about skills. So you need skills as well as experience. So you develop both by pursuing what we discussed a short while ago. So that's why always think of learning and, more importantly, applying that knowledge. When I was in school, knowledge was power, but not anymore. Now it's applied knowledge. Applied knowledge is power. So whatever you learn, you might learn from various sources, right? Maybe Coursera, LinkedIn Learning, a lot of platforms that you have. Ensure that you use that knowledge. That is the most important aspect. How many of you are on LinkedIn? Can you raise your hands, please? Okay, not even 10? Yeah? Okay. No problem. So, others, create your accounts on LinkedIn. Get your presence on LinkedIn. Your online presence matters. If someone wants to know about you, what would they do? Okay, imagine now you don't know me, you want to search about me. What would you do? You'll Google, right? Have you Googled your names? What is coming up? If you can say, you can say, but if you don't want to say, that's fine. Right. I was just kidding. So when you're Googling your name, if your LinkedIn profile comes up, your online presence is good. So that's why you need to have your LinkedIn presence. This is not only for you to have online presence. No. For you to go for your opportunities. That's where opportunities will be published. Right? You will see. That's where you network with people. Right? So ensure that you create your LinkedIn profiles and maintain that presence. Very, very important. It's really beneficial for you to get into these platforms and start using it. Right? I will touch on one more point before I wrap up. Right? That is your social media usage. What do you post on social media? Just, you don't need to say, just think for yourself. Just self-analyze and see, what was the last comment I posted? Was it okay? Right. Why I am saying this is, when you're going for your internships, now as your chairman said, you will be screened. There's a social media screening being done. They will see what have you posted on social media. That is a measure about your mindset. What you can't say in words, you put it on Facebook, right? Am I right? Right or wrong? So that's what usually happens. So ensure that you do not post anything and everything on your social media. This is absolutely important, because you might miss out on $1 million opportunity if you post something irrelevant, because it's your brand. You're a personal brand. So you have to portray that through your physicality as well as your online presence. Your behavior online as well, that matters. So always think of these things. It's important. So this is the sum up that I would like to say, right? You will have ideas. All of you have ideas, right? Ideas are easy. But ideas don't work alone. You have to get together. Then only ideas work. So ideas are easy. Action? Action is hard. So you have taken action. Now you have taken action, that's why you're here. What is harder? What is harder? A word that starts with the letter C. Anyone who can tell me the answer? Sorry? Yeah, completing, okay. You need this factor to complete. Sorry? Yeah, you need courage as well, yes, true. But that's not the answer that I'm expecting. You're getting there. You need confidence too, but not the answer you expect. That's why you're here, right? So to complete the degree, you need what I'm talking about. Fabulous. Who said that? Can we have a round of applause? It's consistency, right? So ideas are easy. Action is hard. Consistency is harder, right? So with all that, this is actually a momentous occasion in my life too, because standing in front of the academic staff who imparted knowledge, who imparted their knowledge on me, and speaking to all of you who are the future leaders of the world. I think that's the icing on the cake, right? So I want to thank all the senior academic staff of SLIIT for imparting their knowledge and contributing your effort to build generations that will conquer the world. So thank you very much, Mrs. Dr. Gayana Fernando, for inviting me, and Dr. Jasas Jayavira, Chairman, sir. Thank you very much for having me. I will wrap up with this statement, right? Yes. Please, go ahead. Very good question. Thank you. What's your name? Mahadira. All right. Thank you for that question. So motivation, right, is just a word, right? What did I have to come here? That's your question, right? Discipline. You don't need motivation. You need discipline. When you have discipline, you will be consistent. That's what it is. So your 3 years, right, it's all about fun, right? It's about academics. It's about singing, dancing, fighting, or whatever, right? Ultimately, it's about consistency, right? Did I answer your question? Please go ahead. Yeah. So there is also another great question, right? Is the knowledge that I gain, the people that I have met, what I have learned from them, right? And all the content I consume, that is also one part. So let me, before wrapping up, I just want to touch on that as well. The content you consume, right, plays a massive role in your mindset. Right? Now, I won't ask what are the YouTube channels that you have subscribed to. No, I don't want to know that, right? I don't want to know that, but just think for yourself. Am I watching? Yes, you can have fun. You can watch comedy, entertainment. That's not a problem. But what do you watch, right, to add to your wisdom? What are you going to tell your juniors when you become seniors, right? Important, right? So coming back to the question, right? The people whom I met, the content that I consume, the knowledge I gain, all that inspired me to be disciplined. Be disciplined. So it's not only one pillar, it's a lot of pillars, right, that take you to success, right? And one more thing, don't be afraid to fail, right? Don't fail your exams, what? Right? I'm asking, do not be afraid to fail whatever endeavor you take. When you fail, right, you will learn. You will see why you failed, right? So after that, you become disciplined, and then you go on that path. It's not a bed of roses, right? It's a tough ask, but it'll pay off, right? It'll pay off definitely. Whatever you do in your life now, academics, extracurricular, everyone, right? All of that will come into one thing. You will select a career in that path. That's why I said your path to success is not clear as yet. You will explore, right? You will explore. experience volunteerism, get into community projects, get all that exposure. All right? So, once again, thank you very much for having me. It's a pleasure, privilege and honor to be here. And before I wrap up, I'll just make this statement and go off. Right? The rarest of all human qualities is consistency. Right? Make sure whatever you do, you're consistent. Right? Thank you very much. I wish you all success. Go on, keep going, and be a leader. Be a leader who builds a generation of world-class leaders. Thank you very much.